Hello? Testing. Testing. I'm frightened and wonder to find myself here. I am frightened and wonder to find myself here rather than there, for there is no reason why I should be here rather than there, now rather than then. Hello, hello, hello.
Before we go here, can you tell us anything, Marika, about any coming up shows or anything that's going to happen?
Yes, this is exciting. You can relate to, and other artists, like after you finish a series or a body of work, it's like it's so exciting. There's the kind of that period of like, okay, what's next? And now I'm like working on a series that I'm so into and so excited about. I'm like, that last one was a fucking joke. I mean, it's not obviously, but
you always feel that way, right? You're on the bigger things.
Oh, like this is so much better. Like, wait till they see this. You know what I mean? Because it's exciting. Like, it's weird that I'm, it's I'm so grateful, but it is interesting, like having my work shown young and still kind of learning. Even though artists are always learning, I'm definitely in the early stages.
I see what you're saying.
So, it's like, kind of trying to make sure that like I only release stuff I'm proud of, or show stuff I'm proud of, or I would be proud of, I know I'd be proud of in a couple years. But it's also interesting too, to like, and good to just be transparent with where, where you're at. I think everyone should be, transparency should be modeled,
well, if you're not learning from the last show, what was the whole point of the whole thing, You grow and look back at it and be like, oh, no, I'm way better now.
Yeah.
Well,
but
that's also cool that you're showing like young and like, I mean, not that it's really early work necessarily. Like obviously you have a lot that's been very developed, but you're going to be able to see that trajectory in terms of like, not just work you've done, but that's been actually shown, which is really cool.
Yeah, exactly. And the series I'm working on now, it's very abstract.
Okay.
My work's gone
a little different.
Little progressively more abstract as I've kind of grown a little more confident. But it's a whole other like muscle in my brain that's being exercised. And I got really inspired by the futurist movement.
Cool.
And
Italian?
kind of all around like Europe, the way people responded to the Industrial Revolution and like machines coming up. And Francis Picabia's machine era really inspired my series about machines, but their exercise machines specifically, what I'm choosing as like a subject, and kind of making these weird, like abstract sort of rayonist, like, trying to show a lot of movement, but also I'm figuring it out as I'm going along.
I like it.
That's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's weird, like, the response, machine paintings and futurist cubism, all that stuff. It was a response to like how these new machines and technology is going to impact our daily lives and as artists, the way we think and make art. And I think that we're going through something like that now too, with like technology and AI and the way art's being shared and created. So, and I chose exercise machines in a way too, because it's like, I mean, it's personal to me, but it's these weird, the strange looking machines. If you look at like an elliptical, they're weird, but they're like designed to keep a bunch of energy that's being generated suspended in place.
Right.
And it's this
Very cool
thing, this illusion of like, you're running on a treadmill, you feel like you're running forward, you're going somewhere, you're releasing this energy, but you're actually stagnant. And I think that's kind of sort of a metaphor for like how we feel when we're on our phones and like communicating and, advancing. It's like, it's literally all happening in like not a real plane. I mean, it's real, it affects your life, but it's also not, when you get off the machine, it's not, you're still in the same place.
I love it. I think that's great.
Thank you. I know, right? So I was like, oh, this concept is sick. Like, this is what I'm really about. But I not to be like, I already have a thing, but
who's it?
I do kind of
I've got a thing.
I got a thing. In Nice, France, there's this gallery called Hoffman Mahler Wallenberg.
All right.
And October 21st.
Are you going over there?
Going over there, and
nice.
I'll show a couple machine paintings.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Those will be the first machine paintings we see.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see,
cool.
What happens between now and October, but I talked to the gallerist and it's going to be machine works.
That's great.
Part of the series. So, yeah.
I love that stuff.
Thanks.
Who's the composer that goes with that era, the machines of Varese?
Oh.
He's like...
Varese?
I'm probably not pronouncing it right. He does the Symphony of Machines.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Time period. Well, I can't wait to see it. I'm very excited.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on our show on WVFP today with Marika Thunder and co-host Chloe again.
Thank you guys. Thank you. That was fun.